Hello and welcome to a Monday edition of Good News York. I am your host, Mike Brindisi. You can follow me on all socials at MikeBTV. We are sponsored by Ads on the Go. GetAdsOnTheGo.com. Love you, Zach. And shout out to our director, producer of Good News York, Danny Tripodi on the ones and twos. Isn't that what they say in the business? I don't know. You can follow us on all socials at Good News York, goodnewsyork.com, Monday through Thursday. 5 p.m. Eastern is when we air our episodes. I am joined today by a very, very, very special guest. She has been on one of our clients' podcasts, the Crazy Real podcast. She is the founder of the Cuse Moms Club. Love it already. Allie. Allie, welcome. Again, it's always an uneventful single clap. Well, thank you, Danny. But we want to welcome you. Good morning.
Good morning.
And thank you for being here, especially on a Monday.
Thank you.
When it's, 16 degrees out.
I know.
You are the founder of the Cuse Moms Club, and we're clearly going to get into that. Yeah. But you have a very interesting background that kind of really fits for what you're doing. Tell us about yourself and your background.
Thanks. Well, I am going to be 40 this year, which is crazy. I don't usually say my age, but so I've been around for a minute. I grew up here in Syracuse. I went to West Genesee High School, went to Cortland for college, and started my teaching career here after I traveled a bit and lived other places, and started teaching here in the city of Syracuse. I taught 5th grade for 10 years. And then when I had my son, I decided I wanted to stay home. I kind of always knew if I had kids, I would want to be a stay-at-home mom. So it just kind of was the right path for me. And when I started to stay home, I was kind of looking for something, like a way to connect with other moms, a way to kind of just, postpartum is very lonely and it's very isolating. If you're a mom, you know that. So when I was about a year postpartum, I decided to start Cuse Moms Club because I looked around and there was nothing for moms in the area. There was no like mom groups. There was no postpartum support groups, really. I think there are a few, but you don't really know about them and they're hard to find. So I started to kind of think, okay, what could I do? What could I do for myself and other moms and our kids? And so I came up with Cuse Moms Club.
I love the idea.
Thanks.
I think it's awesome.
Thanks.
And it's so fitting too, because that's such a teacher move, by the way. You know what I mean? Like
everybody says that. Yeah.
No, but I mean that as a compliment. Like, here you are, you're leaving your teaching career, you're a stay-at-home mom, but the teacher never leaves you.
Yeah.
You're thinking, how can I bring everybody together and we can learn and grow? And speaking of that, when you had to make the decision, was it tough for you to leave the teaching job? How did you navigate that? Because that is a tough decision to make.
It was. I kind of had reached the point, 10 years in the city. It's challenging. You get burnt out. It's tough. It asks a lot of you. It's very demanding. You give everything to those kids. And at that point, it was kind of like a struggle for me because I'm like, I don't want to have kids and send them to someone else to be raised and then me go raise other kids.
Wow.
It might, some people might take that the wrong way, but some moms don't have a choice, and that is really tough. I think a lot of times when I talk with other moms, especially in these postpartum support circles, the hardest thing is moms leaving their babies to go back to work. And a lot of them, they only get 6 weeks. Some of them, they get a little bit more time, but almost all the moms I talk to, they're not ready. So for me, it was like, I knew I wanted this time. This time is priceless. You cannot get this back. When I'm 80 years old and I look back on my life, I'm never going to regret saying, oh, I stayed home with my son, but I would regret saying I went back to work. If that makes sense.
You know what? You just completely mirrored a Facebook post or social media, not even just Facebook.
Yeah.
I posted on social media about a week ago. My wife took a video of my son and I playing football out in the yard. And I said, as I'm getting older, especially as a father, I'm starting to really realize how much time is the most precious thing we have on this earth.
Yeah.
And you can't get it back.
You can't.
And when you are a parent and you love your kids so much, you want to spend every minute you can with them.
You
So
do.
I totally understand
Yeah.
that that mentality, and that's such a great perspective. Is there anything that you do miss about teaching? But it's kind of a part two to that question is, but does the Cuse Moms Club kind of scratch that itch for what you're missing? But, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think there are things I miss. Like I definitely miss the adult interactions and
Sure.
like my teammates and that. But then I've met so many moms through Cuse Moms Club where it's like I have those interactions now. I'm a super social person. So yeah, like the events that I do, the moms that I meet, it kind of,
Yeah.
like you said, fills that void, I guess.
Yeah.
But um, yeah.
The obviously we're going to get into the actual Cuse Moms Club, what it's all about. But quickly, you come up with this idea.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start this Cuse Moms Club. Now, I don't know your husband. I assume there had to have been a conversation. How did it go? Was it like a what? Or was it like a, all right, what was his reaction to all that?
Yeah, my husband is the complete opposite of me. He's like the most chill person. He doesn't have social media. He doesn't have Instagram.
I envy that man.
He doesn't know.
I envy that man.
Like I will show him a reel and he'll be like, "What?" Like he's like an 80-year-old. Like, what am I looking at? Like,
does he do the glasses on
Yeah,
the
he
end of the
doesn't.
nose?
He wears contacts, but I'm sure if he did, yeah. So he's just like,
Yeah.
he doesn't like get things when I show, you know.
Sure.
So it's like, okay, whatever. So when I told him I was doing this, like he really, I don't think understands. I'm like, oh, I have like 4,000 followers now, and he's like,
Cool.
he does, yeah, he has like no idea like what's going on. He knows like obviously about the events and all that, and he knows like it's really funny to both of us. Like very very weird and funny when people are like, oh my god, like you're a celebrity, you're a local celebrity, when people meet us, and like my husband's like, okay,
See, that's great.
this is ridiculous.
No, but that's great. He's the last of a dying breed. I love and
Yeah.
envy the people. I work in this field now, so even if I wanted to get rid of social media, I couldn't.
Yeah.
I envy the people that are so oblivious to what's going on.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, you have 4,000 followers?
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I think he's probably like, you know what? My wife's happy. She's not yelling at me. Let's go.
That's it.
So Cuse Moms Club, love the name, first of all.
Thanks.
So the idea comes about. Tell us about what is Cuse Moms Club at its core, and yeah, just what it's all about.
So when I thought like, oh, I want to start something, I kind of had like all these ideas kind of in my head, but I didn't want it to be like, I thought of like the Cuse mom, and I'm like, but I don't want it to be about me, it's not really about me. So Cuse Moms Club, I feel like the club kind of sounds exclusive, but it's not, like I'd have moms be like, how do I join the club? I'm like, you just follow, you can join, come to any event.
You just did.
Yeah, you just did. Are you interested?
Verbal agreement.
You're in, so yeah, it's not like this exclusive thing, but it kind of sounds like it. So that's kind of what I liked it. Like a group,
Sure.
a club. Yeah. So.
And what is the kind of the mission statement, so to speak, of the club? This is, is it a little bit of a support group, just a little bit of a way to get out and do things? Talk about that.
Yeah. So I think like in my Instagram bio, I have connecting and supporting moms in Syracuse, which that's definitely like the main goal. And so doing that through the postpartum circles, the events, and then finding adventures and things to do for you and your kids around Syracuse, because I felt like that was one of the things that was missing too. I would wake up and I'd be like, okay, what can we do today? And you're kind of like endlessly searching, and you just kind of hit dead ends. Like, okay, I don't know. I guess we'll, do the same thing. So kind of helping moms try to find different things to do in the area, and sharing all about all the local offerings in the area.
Let me tell you something. That sounds like such a simple idea.
Yeah.
And maybe it is. As a parent,
Yeah.
especially as a parent whose wife is, my wife's a teacher.
Yeah.
And when you have a long break and you're scrambling for finding things to do, you can only look up so many things.
Yeah.
Obviously the support part of the group of Cuse Moms Club is great, but I think just having one place where you can go and find events is probably key.
Yeah.
For everybody. Do you think, because I know you had mentioned you had gone through some postpartum, which is a very real thing that moms go through. Do you think that was kind of the catalyst? Like that was the thing that kind of gave you the spark to start this? Was that kind of the inspiration?
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, postpartum was really hard for me. I had a really tough time. My son was in the NICU for the first week of his life. Yeah, so
Which is terrifying.
it was really tough. He actually was like perfectly healthy. It was just a protocol because he was born so early. So that was like a really hard thing to deal with. I think I would have had an easier time if I like knew he needed the NICU,
Right.
but like in my heart I knew he didn't, and then like later confirmed with my midwife who is at a different hospital, but I decided to go to Krause because I was early. She was like, yeah, he would have been fine here. So that was like a hard thing to deal with because when when you have a baby, you're like, I just want to have that baby with me all the time, and that I couldn't. That really messed me up, and it had like long-term effects. So yeah, once he was a year old, I kind of felt like, okay, I was like not getting back to myself, but I was kind of out of the throes of it, and so that's when I decided to start it. But it definitely was probably the spark that made me want to start it.
It's amazing. And
Yeah.
I'll tell you, on any sort of entrepreneurial adventure, whether it's small or large, it's a leap of faith. You have to have the confidence and the bravery to do it. You have a career as a teacher. What gave you the confidence to say, you know what, I'm gonna go do this. I can do this.
Yeah. I know. I honestly didn't think it was going to become this big. I just was like, "Oh, I'll just like start this club and see what happens. Maybe I'll have like 10 or 20 moms, you know." And I remember the first day it was like 400 followers. Like they shut my Instagram down.
Really?
They shut my Instagram down because they thought I was like collecting bot followers. Like I'm like, what is happening here? Like I posted it. I'm like, they're not letting me access this. And like somebody messaged was like, because you're growing so fast that they shut it.
I mean, for anybody who's on social media, especially that we're a company, Clickstream Studios. We
Yeah.
produce podcasts and social content, and we have Good News York. Everybody wishes they knew the secret sauce. Everyone dreams of like, I'm going to start something. I'm going to get a ton of followers.
Yeah.
What did you post? Like, what's the gist of what you posted that worked? You had the magic recipe.
I honestly think at the beginning there was nothing in this area for moms.
It is.
Yeah. And I think Instagram was my preferred platform because I think as a millennial and as a mom, that's where a lot of millennial moms
100%.
are, you know? I think TikTok is growing for us, but not as much as like Instagram is our platform. And so then when it started to I was like, oh my God, once I got that many followers, I'm like, oh shoot, I better like start planning
I better
stuff.
actually do something.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, like let me like the postpartum circle was the first thing, but yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, this is a lot of pressure now. Like it started to become where I'm like a lot of pressure, but now I've chilled out. I'm like, all right, I have like a really great group of moms, and I do not care about the followers. I do not care about like if people know who I am at all. Like I don't really post myself really on my page again because it's not about me, and I actually don't care about that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So
you're the equivalent of the. I had a band for a lot of years. And you're the equivalent of the musical artist that's like, I don't care if I have fans. I do it for the music, and you end up growing the biggest following next to all the bands that are like posting every day. Check out my music. That really is the key. I feel like sometimes is you get rid of preconceived notions. You just do it because it's your passion.
Yeah.
And if it's good, it'll come along. It'll work. And
Right.
and kind of business 101 is like I always tell people, like if you want to open a restaurant, right? You're not in your city has 5 steakhouses. Don't open a steakhouse,
Yeah.
right? You found a hole in the market. There was a extreme need for mothers who needed support and things to do, and you found that.
Yeah.
And that's so great, and you're
Thanks.
selfless about it, and I think it's wonderful. What are some of the things that you guys do? I know you mentioned like a postpartum circle.
Yeah.
I know I've noticed there's happy hours. Talk about the types of events that you guys do.
Yeah, we do all different types of events. We do events just for moms. So yeah, the happy hours we're doing like a Galentine's Day event. So a mom's night out,
Love it.
with like shopping, pampering. It's going to be great. We do events for moms and kids so that we can connect and meet, moms in the area that have maybe the same age kids as us or that live in the same area as us. So that's a great way. I've had like moms who have become friends through Cuse Moms Club, which that's amazing. You know,
That's
that's like,
amazing. Yeah.
obviously the main reason like why I started it was to help moms connect. So that's great. And then, yeah, just doing events for families too. A lot of the events I do on the weekends, I do for families because that's family time, right? So I don't want to be like, oh no, it's just moms and kids. And then like, what are the dads going to be doing? Just,
Right.
that's their time to spend with their kids. So I try to be mindful of that. But most of the events are for moms or moms and their kids.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And is there a certain venue that you go to? I know obviously with events you have different venues because it's a different event.
Yeah.
But is there like a clubhouse or just kind of a home base for you guys?
There's not. I wish there was. But there's not. I think that's something that in the future I would love to do.
Mm.
Again, like you talked about the entrepreneurial side of this. I
It's a
can't even
tough
say the
word. It's
word.
a tough word.
But that is like not my wheelhouse at all. So again, being a teacher, like I don't really know how to run a business. I don't. But I would love to. Have you ever heard of Play Day in Liverpool? It's like an indoor play place.
No, I have not.
Okay, so it's like an indoor play place for kids, but it's the only one in the area. So in the back of my mind, I'm like, I would love to own something like that in like Camillus, like where I am kind of based. And that could be like a home base. That could also be used for events. That could also be used for, like even like schooling down the road, like a little like pre-K or top, school.
Or the dads can come and they can go in the play area
Yeah.
with the kids, and then the moms can
Oh,
do their
yeah,
thing.
that's a good
I mean,
one.
if anyone's listening, yeah, any
Investors,
venues,
investors.
yeah, any investors, any realtors, I think that's a wonderful idea.
Yeah, so right now we don't have a clubhouse, but I would love that,
Yeah.
That would just take obviously I don't make money off of this right now, so that would take I have to find funding, and I've been wanting to try to look in the not-for-profit route, but have you ever like searched how to do that? It's very daunting.
Oh,
It's
it's
a
very
ton of
daunting.
paperwork.
There's
Like I feel like I need to just hire somebody and be like, "Can you turn this into a not-for-profit?" So I have some funding so that I can like elevate my events and take it to the next level.
Well, it sounds like you're doing everything right. How do you come up with this idea for different events, and and what goes into choosing the venues?
Yeah, so a lot of times like I think, okay, what are things that I would want to do either by myself or with my son? So that kind of helps. I have people reach out to me a lot like, "Hey, would you want to collab on this type of event? Would you want to do something at our space?" So that's really nice. I have been now kind of been able to pick and choose like what I do because I have a lot of people reaching out to me, which is also hard because I have to say no sometimes because otherwise it's like too much.
Yeah,
So I try
sure.
to keep it to like 5 to 7 events per month, so that it's not like a burnout and I'm
Sure.
not like every night of the week like, okay, I gotta go, do
Well,
this or
yeah, no, and it's actually really smart. Again, I'll apply it to I'll compare it to having a band or being a musician. One of the rules of thumb in like a local music scene is don't play 10 times a month, because then the shows that you do play, some people are going to go, I'm not going to go to this show. I could go see them next week. Make
yeah.
it more of a special thing.
Yeah.
Is there also some so obviously the events are the events, but outside of that, you have a strong social media presence. Is there a lot of interaction with the members through social media as far as support goes and interacting with each other?
Yeah, for sure. Like I get so many messages just like thanking me, which is really nice and like how like this has helped me so much as a mom in my postpartum era, which is like awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the whole thing,
it
right? I mean,
is.
the events are great, but it's like at the crux of it,
Yeah.
this started by being inspired by struggling through postpartum, and when you hear other moms, you're like, this is why I did
Yeah.
it, which
Yeah,
is
like at
amazing.
Christmas time, like I had like a couple moms Venmo me, like just thank you so much for what you do. I had a mom give me a present, like it just
Oh my
so
gosh.
unexpected and so nice, that
Yeah.
yeah.
But they're doing it because, again, you're selfless, and you're providing, as much as this is a recreational thing of sorts, it's also a support group, and you're helping people through some of the toughest periods of their life. It's
Yeah.
amazing. You've accomplished so much with the Cuse Moms Club. And for the most part, it's lighthearted, but are there any milestones or goals or where do you see this going over there? Is there something like where you're like, you know what I really want to do with this group? I'd love for us to be able to do this.
Yeah, I think like long term, obviously the not-for-profit route would be amazing. And then I have thought about like the future and what this could look like because obviously my son is not going to be young forever,
Sure.
and um as he grows, like homeschooling is something I've thought about because I have just loved staying home with him so much. And then obviously bringing in that like teacher part
Yeah,
of
of
me,
course.
I would love to be the one that is teaching him and seeing him grow. And obviously being a teacher and you like when that light clicks for the kids and you see their growth, like that's amazing. Like that would be awesome to do that with my own son. So just talking with other moms about that, I know there are a lot of moms who are interested in the homeschool like route. So maybe down the road that's something like this could turn into like a homeschool co-op. I don't know. I feel like the possibilities are endless,
No,
you know?
I love where your mind's going because, given your background in teaching, this could evolve into something you never expected where, the teaching element is involved. Who knows? But we wish you the best.
Thanks.
Allie, you're a former teacher, once a teacher, always a teacher. Cuse Moms Club. What are some events coming up that you want to talk about?
Yeah, so we have a couple events in February already on the books. We have the Galentine's Day event, which I'm super excited about. That's February 13th, and that is at the Linear Collective. So it's going to be a night of shopping. We have vendors, we have pampering, massages, things like that. And then we have an event February 11th. It's going to be at St. Camillus. It's a nursing home. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Yeah.
It's in, Syracuse. Um, my grandpa was in St. Camillus for like forever, for like 7 years. So we're going to go and do like a little senior story time where the kids and the seniors can kind of like sing songs and do a little craft together and hopefully bring some joy to the people in St. Camillus because
How thoughtful.
I know.
You're not only helping moms and children, now you're helping the elderly.
I know.
You're like Mother Teresa. Allie.
No, okay, no.
It's wonderful. If there are any moms out there that they're interested in the Cuse Moms Club, where can they go to find you? Give us the plugs.
Yeah, so Instagram, it's at Cuse Moms Club. That is the main platform I'm on right now.
Okay.
I don't really do much on Facebook just because it's a lot to run multiple platforms and answer a lot of messages in that. So I try to be mindful of how much time I'm on my phone. But yeah, Cuse Moms Club. And if you are interested in collaborating an event or, looking to have me host something at your space, you can email me at cusemomsclub@gmail.com.
Amazing. Is there anything else you want to talk about or mention about Cuse Moms Club before we go?
I don't think so. Just thank you everyone who's part of it and thanks for the support and we love it.
I think it sounds like everyone is thanking you. Even our executive assistant Amanda said before you got here, she goes, "Oh my God, I love it." She goes, "Every time I want to do something with my daughter, I look up Cuse Moms Club." So
that's awesome.
You're doing amazing
Thank
things,
you.
and we're so happy you came on Good News York.
Thanks,
we
Mike.
wish you the best. Allie from Cuse Moms Club. Again, check her out at Cuse Moms Club. I'm Mike Brindisi. You can follow me on all socials at Mike B TV, and we, Good News York, are on all socials at Good News York, goodnewsyork.com. New episodes air Monday through Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern. Sponsored by Ads on the Go. GetAdsOnTheGo.com. Danny Tripodi, thank you for producing and directing. This is powered by Clickstream Studios, and we will see you tomorrow on Good News York. Allie, thank you so much.
Thank you.